Now we will do another design which people usually don't believe me that do not take long. When I show them, they're like, oh, this will take me like an hour or something, but it will not. It's actually a lot faster than the Christmas ball we just did. So maybe you will help me to come up with a name for it. I don't know, it's like winter trees in the woods. So this design looks better when we have a cat eye gel polish. If you don't have one, it's fine. You can use just any blue or dark purple, dark blue background. And also, maybe you didn't know this, but cat eye gel polishes, they look different depending on the background. And usually the better color they show when you're using the dark one. My favorite option is black. That's why I will first do the black background. You can even try it. Like if you take like my blue cat eye gel polish, if I apply it like it is, it's not as intense, you know, it looks like light blue. But when I have a black background, it looks completely different. I like it better this way. So one layer is enough just to make like the background dark. Then we will cure it. And I will use, well, let's do the blue, I think, cat eye. And also we will need a magnet. So I recently found this magnet. It's pretty strong and I like that, you know, it's like in the shape of a dot. So you can create not only the line that's, you know, this going back and forth, but actually the different swirls and lines with it. And it's also important for the magnet to be strong. Also, it is important to not apply too thick the cat eye, but at the same time you need to cover the entire surface. Okay, we will put away the magnets, it's too early. So it needs to cover the black completely, so you will not see any black spots. And then my favorite part, it's time to play. I will carefully put the magnet really close. You see what happens? We can leave it like this if you like it, but usually it's hard to stop and you want to make more and more lines. I think this one looks a little better. And also you can use another side and you just need to manage how they work. So if you like put it on the other side, it will not magnetize the particles, it will do the opposite. So you can move those lines around until you're happy with them. Okay, I think that's enough. We need to stop at some point. So I like when it's black on the middle and we have this little shine on the sides, because I will place most of my design in the center. Now we will cure it. And while we're curing, I will show you what I'm going to do next. So for this design, we actually need only one color. It's white. But in order to get different shades of white, we will make three types of white. So I will take 3 drops of the white gel polish. First drop, second, and third. So the first one, I will just leave it like it is. And then I will take a top coat and take a drop and place it right next to the white one. And also for this design, I will need another white. We call it gel paste. It's like really thick consistency white. You see it comes in a tube. And well, maybe you cannot see it, then you need to believe me that this white is a little bit different. It's like more warm, but it's not the case. Like it's all about the consistency. You see it's not moving at all. It's like it should be really thick. Okay, and our design is cured. We don't need to remove sticky layer or anything at the moment. And then let's start with a technique you're already familiar. We will take an eyeshadow applicator. dip it in the white and add a little bit to the bottom. Then take another side and fade it. It's optional. Once again, you can do only one side, you can do only bottom. Then I will freeze cure it. I freeze cure it for the reason that because after that I will be doing the design, and if I will leave it like this, the gel polish, as you know, the consistency is relatively thin and it will start moving. I just want to leave it like this now. And then I will take, you can use a small brush, but I prefer to use brush number 2 for this one. So we have a drop of top coat, we have a little bit of white. I will take white and mix it with the top coat. And in my mixture, there will be more top coat than white. So my goal is to create the white, which is really transparent. Like half transparent white. And uh-oh, I didn't clean my brush very well after doing a bow. That's why I will do it now, because there's a little red in it. And yeah, you see, I'm pretty lazy when it comes to cleaning my brushes, so I'll better do another mixture. Actually, we could add some red, but no, I'm not sure it will look good with this design. Like I told you, the best way to clean the brush is in a base coat, or like we did in a top coat. So the consistency should be pretty wet. Okay, now I have this semi-translucent white, and then we will start creating a tree. And believe it or not, but the messier you will make it, the better. So you don't need to draw every single branch, like every single needle. Okay, now I did the first line and I see that the white is pretty intense, and it's actually hard to tell when you're doing it on the paper because it's white as well. That's why I will add a little more top coat and mix it. I just need a little watery color, like more transparent. Okay, and then I will simply doing like the shape of the tree. If you will do every single section, like I just told you, perfectly well, it will not look natural. And then let's do another one in a distance. You see, it's really taking me not much, like this, and cure. And while it's curing, let me give you some explanation of what we need to do. So usually when people are trying to draw trees, especially Christmas trees, they're trying to do every line perfectly symmetrical and straight, you know, like. But here you don't have to do it. All you need to do is to stick within the shape, and the shape of the Christmas tree, as you know, is triangle. So just imagine a triangle, and whatever you do, just you need to stick in this shape. So you're doing some crazy lines, just make sure that the first line is wide, another one should be more narrow, etc. So basically you're doing something like this, and this stay within the shape. So it's not right, and it will not look natural, you know, if you will do it something like this, or especially, you know, when people trying to do some lines like this, well, it will look like a picture from a children's book. Well, it's fine also, but for this design, when we want to create this kind of natural look, you just need to do, you know, some crazy lines and just stay within the shape. And now we have cured our first layer. I will take back my mixture, and what are we going to do next? I will take more white and add it to the white I mixed before. So I'm just adding more color because I want the next layer to be a little bit more intense. And now the biggest mistake here is to repeat everything you did on the background, because you know you will just simply close it. You need to do some accents, but leave some spaces in between, because what we are doing here is basically, it's like the snow that is stuck between the branches, right? So it can't be like stuck everywhere. So just leave some gaps, and this is what makes this design look like it has a volume, like it has a 3D. You can actually add some snow right here as well, and then we will cure it. And here we can only freeze cure it. You don't need to do a complete. And it's also optional. We can do another layer by adding more white, or we can stop at this moment and finish the design. But let's do a little bit more white. So now we can add a little more to the mixture. So the color will be even more intense. And it's enough for freeze curing. And then I will add, and the more white you add, the smaller accents you should do, because your trees will be, you know, too bright. And just add some small accents here. And what we can also do, some white on a background, and then with a small brush create the lines. Now okay, I think I need to add some additional parts here. And cure. So I think that will be enough, or you can take just white without mixing it with the top and add a smaller accents, but be careful. When you add too many accents, the trees will not look 3D anymore. So you need to actually leave about 50% of what you did on the background visible. So don't make too many accents. And you can use the small brush to make sure you will not create too many of them. So I think I will add just a couple. And actually my last white was pretty intense. It's about the same. Okay, now I will fully cure it, because after that we will be sealing our design. And before sealing, you want to make sure that your design is fully cured. Otherwise, it will not work. I will seal it with the no cleanse top coat as usual. And also we can do this design just white and blue, but we know that many clients, they really like shine, the bling, and this is where we can use our glitter. So make sure your glitter is really fine. I will be using Opal Shimmer by NSI. It is time to seal it. I will seal it with the top coat with the one layer and cure it again. After curing, we will add small accents on the top. And there are two options to do this. We can use the stick consistency white. This has to be a tack-free gel paint, otherwise it will be sticky. Or you can use a tack-free top coat. If you will use top coat, you will not add any color, but we will see more glitter. And if your goal is just to add more white as well, then you can use the white gel paint. And actually we can decorate it with the snow. Okay, let me show you the option with the white. So this is the tack-free gel paint, so we basically can't paint anything with it right on top. And I am adding small accents, and this white will look different anyways because it goes on top. I think you can already see that. And the more glitter you want on your tree, the more accents you can do. You can also add them right here on the bottom, on another tree. And you can also use different colors of glitters. You can add rhinestones and whatever you want now. And also, you can leave it like this, cure, and this will be finished design. But if you want it to shine, then I will take a tip and without curing, right here on top, I will apply the glitter. And it will stick only to the parts where we have the uncured gel. Be careful, do not move it, as it's not cured yet. Then I will remove the excess and cure it in the lamp. And I believe it's already like that. Okay, now we clean it, and you see the glitter stays only on the parts where my white was. So this was the design of the trees in the woods. As you see, it's really easy and it's really fast. It didn't take me long, and depending on the amount of layers you want to do, it may be faster or longer, but trust me, like, this is one of the easiest designs today. Like, I think, I don't know, making straight lines from the footprints is even a little bit more complicated rather than this one.